Hey Joey, this is Amanda. Sorry about that. I recorded this whole thing yesterday and for some reason there was no sound to it, and I spent all of today trying to figure out why I don't have sound on my new laptop. But I just ended up switching to my old one so I could get this done for you. But basically, so I just wanted to show you a few things here. So on Google, I just typed in some keywords here, and you do show up, you're fifth on the list here. And the ones that come before you, basically dumpster values, the Goodwill, and Olympia Gear and Exchange. I kind of put those into a tool. Well, before I go into that, I wanted to say something about this really quick. Something that I recommend to all of my clients is to go in and build out their Google My Business, and this is something that I do as well, as an add-on to doing websites and SEO and stuff. But going in here and building this out, I know that you have this claimed because I saw when I went in to try and claim the business, and it said that it was claimed. So I know you have this claimed, but you can go in and build this out. There's a space to put like 750 words description for your business. So I always say go in and build that out and add some keywords in there. That way you can kind of get going for getting pushed up in the ranks here. Excuse me. And also add a bunch of optimized photos that are saved with keyword descriptions, and getting as many reviews as you can, really. That'll start moving you up in the ranks here. You kind of have it tough just because Goodwill is a national company, and I'll show you kind of what their back end on their sites looks like and how it's gonna what it's gonna take for you to beat them, basically. I did Oly Gear Exchange because they came up as #1, and then I did dumpster values as well. Both of these come up before you in the search results, and you'll see here, so this is the UR and the DR score, and basically this is the power that's being driven to your website and the trust that Google has in you. Backlinks are links that other websites have that link back to your website. Referring domains are those websites where those links are housed, and keywords are the search terms that they're showing up for on Google. So you'll see that this isn't really that high, but they're organic keywords. They come up for their name, which is good. You always want to come up first in the search results for your name, which they're actually coming up third for Oly Gear. So, and it looks like they came up 2 positions, so they're fifth for their own name. But so you'll see kind of the keywords and stuff that they're ranking for. They do consignment, so that's where some of their keywords come from. But so that's kind of how you show up in Google for certain search terms. And how you do that is by targeting these keywords in the content on your website. So I always recommend having 1,500 to 2,000 words of content on your homepage. And that way you can, the rule of thumb is basically you can target 1 keyword per 125 words of content. So for having 1,500 to 2,000 keywords, you can, words of content, you can target about 10 to 15 keywords. And that's how you show up for this. Usually each individual service page or content page that you have on your website is 500 words of content, and then you get about five keywords that you can target. Otherwise, Google sees you as keyword stuffing, and they can dock your website for that. So, so this is the keywords for Oly Gear, showing their backlinks. They don't really have a ton for backlinks. This is actually pretty minimal. But really the only kind of links that matter are do follow links, and so they've got 18. So that's an okay amount. It's not super hard to beat, but you'll see here that dumpster values has 5,390 backlinks, and they have a very large amount of do follow links. 3,925 of those are do follow links. So basically that just means that it would be very expensive and take quite a long time to be able to outrank this business. So basically, with a site built, you could, so there's 2 different things. Building a site is a one-time cost. That's separate. And then SEO is where I would get you ranking for these individual key terms, and that's a monthly charge. And I determined that by how many backlinks it would take to have you beat your competitors, etc. How many keywords you would need to rank for, stuff like that. So if you want to move forward with SEO, then I can get you a quote on how much it would be monthly for SEO. But really, I think that you would do best with just maybe building out a standard site to begin with getting some of those keywords put in the content. You'll automatically start ranking for those keywords once Google picks them up in their search engine. And maybe doing a little SEO here and there just to kind of come back in and touch on the things that have been done, and maybe do a little bit of research on how those keywords, how your site's being affected by them, and how we could get you moving up in that. I don't think that sinking a ton of money into SEO is going to be the way to go for you, just because of the fact that, Goodwill and these sites, they have a lot of money put into marketing, and it would take a lot of money to be able to beat them out. So I think that just by organically ranking for the keywords that I would put in your content, you're going to get right up underneath of these national companies anyways. So I just wouldn't want to charge you for SEO. I just don't think that it would do a ton for you. So I would say maybe building a normal site out and getting you ranking for those keywords, and also getting your Google My Business ranking, getting you pushed up in the organic search results. And you do that by building out, like what I was telling you, and also by, here's this, another tool I use called Whitespark. And it basically shows your citation sources, and a citation is your business name, address, and phone number as it's listed on Google, that is in different search directories that are across the internet. So like Facebook, storagetreasures.com, infofree.com, but also like Yext and Yelp and, Bing Business and different, all the different directories. There's like a list of 50 of them. Usually when I do this, I go in and I get you listed in all 50 of those directories, and that adds a bunch of citation sources. And this says that you have 22, but your URL count is only showing 8. So I have a support ticket into Whitespark right now to try and understand where they got 22 from, since you're only showing 8. But this alone will get you moving up in the Google My Business rankings, which I think will have a bigger impact on your business and get you more calls and get you more notice. And especially if you have a website that's linked to the Google My Business, it's going to get you traffic to that. I did pull up an Excel spreadsheet where I did a bunch of keywords that your business could rank for. A lot of stuff for resale and for thrift and stuff like that. And so basically, this is the keyword difficulty. So it's basically ranked from 0 to 100 in how difficult it is to rank for a keyword. So you'll see this resale, this is a 31, but that's because this is a national keyword. It's not a location specific keyword. So you see these ones here that are green highlighted. Those ones are all 0 to 5 keyword difficulty, which usually means that you can be ranked for these keywords anywhere from 1 month to about 3 or 4 months is how long it would take you to get ranked for these keywords. And that's what I target in your content, is these kind of keywords that you can get ranked for quickly and easily, instead of going for like local thrift shops near me where it's got a keyword difficulty of 43, and it would probably take you about 10 to 12 months to be able to rank for this keyword. So that's how I target keywords, is just stuff that can get you, up there pretty quickly. So I kind of just wanted to show you a little bit so that in conversation you'll kind of have a reference as to what I'm talking about. SEO is all a time game. You can't fake time with Google, and so really getting ranking for certain keywords, it just takes time. And so You kind of have to be patient with SEO. It's not something that you're going to see immediate results with. If people are looking for immediate results, then I always tell them to go with some, Facebook advertisements or something. That's really what's going to get you immediate business. But I think that you're kind of just looking for a landing spot for your customers to kind of come and see what you're all about. Maybe put some specials of the week on, something that's easily, that you can use easily to kind of switch those out and stuff. So if you want to go ahead and move forward with getting a proposal for how much it would cost for a build out, let me know. I can definitely do that. My upcoming week is pretty busy. I've got some consulting to do, so I wouldn't be able to get that to you until probably the following week, but I will go ahead and add some of my available time in Calendly links to the email that I send you with the link for this video. And if you want to move forward or whatever, go ahead and schedule me some time. If you're available in any of the times that I put in there, cool. Just click on it and it'll lead you to the schedule. And if none of those times work for you and you still want to move forward, then go ahead and just reach out to me and we can figure out a time other than what I put in here. Yeah, so hope that helps kind of clarify some things for you. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me.